And I mean, how often do y'all do it?
It's like maybe about once every 2-3 weeks, something like that. Maybe
So I mean,
twice.
some people are gonna ask, right? Like,
yeah, maybe once.
how do
every
you
2-3
get?
weeks.
How do you even get horny? Like,
I don't
you know,
like
kind of
sex.
being out
I don't
here.
like sex. I don't like sex. I don't even think about sex. That's the only way to overcome sex. You gotta let that up out your life, because if you don't let it out your life, you're gonna always, everything you see, you're gonna be always a
Well, I mean, you
kiss
say you
between
don't
your
like sex,
legs.
then why are you doing it with him?
Because he had growed on me a real greater deal.
So do you like having sex with him?
Sometimes yeah, and sometimes no, because I still have like flashbacks from my past history.
So I mean, tell me about that. Like, so what was it that happened in the past that?
It's kind of a real bumped up story. I was.
What's up, YouTube? Go ahead and smash that like button. Also, if you like the video, share. It helps to spread it in the algorithm. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a young lady with us today. How you doing today, miss?
All right.
All right, all right. So are you homeless?
Yes, sir.
All right. And so how old are you?
41.
41. You look great for 41.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. All right. And so how long have you been homeless?
Actually, I'm coming from Alabama homeless. But I kind of like I got halfway in the dough, halfway ain't in the dough. I'm in school.
Well, I mean, let me ask you this way. So how long you've been here in Atlanta?
Probably about 4 days now.
About 4 days?
Yeah, we just got down here, and we were staying in a hotel, but we kind of like ran out of money, so we like out here now. So we're really trying to find some shelter right now to, you know, get us up out our feet and out the streets.
So I mean, so as far as being in Alabama, how long were you guys homeless in Alabama?
I was in Alabama homeless for maybe about 4 years.
Okay. And so we talking about 4 years straight through, or 4 years like on and off?
4 years on and off.
On and off?
Yeah.
And so what was it that happened 4 years ago that caused you to become homeless in the first place?
Domestic violence, a lot of domestic violence. Yeah, I was like the roughest. Yeah, I was rough. Yeah.
Domestic violence against you, or were you doing the domestic violence?
No, I was the victim of domestic violence, but I was the fighter in the domestic violence. You know,
so you was both.
No, it was like, you know, he was the beater, but I was the victim, but I was the fighter.
You was fighting back.
Yeah, I was fighting. I was fighting back.
Defending yourself.
Yeah, I was defending myself.
Okay, yeah,
so,
I get that.
I took a chance. Gave myself a chance to defend for myself and not be beat up. You know, in front of my son. You know, me and my son been through a lot. We had a whole house. We slept on a homeless shelter in Alabama for 3 months before we got our house in Alabama. I had a boyfriend, but from the time we got there to the time I ended up leaving there, he did a numerous of things.
Like
he never
what?
was there. We was fighting every day. I had more police at my house than I had by myself. So, you know, he always used to beat on me and my child. So, you know,
was it his son as well?
Yeah, he's the father of both of my kids.
Okay, I was about to say, how many kids do you have?
I have two. I have two boys. One named Jeremiah, and he's 3, and one named Brandon, and he's 7 now. Okay,
and so this is the 3-year-old that's in the background, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so where's the 7-year-old?
He's with the baby daddy's mother.
Okay, so he's with his grandma?
Yeah, he's in her custody because, like I said, I was homeless and, you know, I ain't had nowhere to keep him, and I was doing drugs. And
what drugs was we doing?
I was always smoking weed. I was a reefer.
Well, I mean, besides weed and alcohol, what other drugs?
I have done crack before. I have done powder before.
So, like, as far as the crack goes, when was the last time we did crack?
Oh, I've been on crack for almost about 3 years now.
3 years?
It took me a month to get off it because after I found out, I mean, my baby daddy was doing it, And I didn't realize I was always wondering what was so addicted about this drug that it couldn't keep you with me at the home with your newborn baby. So he was always gone when he had his job. He take the job money and go take it to the crack man. So, you know, I had to take it and support myself. And when I support myself, he'll come pop up and ask for money, and then when he don't get no money, he want to be. I got tired of all that.
Well, I mean, but that made you say, well, let me just pick up the pipe and smoke it. Like that made you.
Yeah, it made me want to try. Like, what was so good about this drug that you had to leave me 24 hours, 7 days a week for? You know, sleep outside. You work for the drug, but you couldn't work to support me. You know, so I was like, forget it. Gave him a little $100. I ain't never seen him no more till after the fact that I had the baby.
And you say you had 2 kids by him?
Yes, I had 2 kids.
Well, some people are gonna say, okay, why'd you have the second kid if you knew all this stuff with the first kid?
Well, the first kid, we eventually broke up. We had broke up because he went for me. And I don't like him because he don't tell the truth. I like truth. I like truth and honesty. Because truth and honesty is the best part of what you get.
I get it, but okay, so you were saying the first kid, and so y'all broke up, and what happened? Because how did the second kid come? You didn't fill in the story. Like, you broke up, and what happened?
Maybe about 4 or 5 years later, we kind of like got back together. He seen me walking one day, and he's just.
But I mean, if you knew that he did crack and all this other stuff, why'd you decide to give him another baby?
I don't know. That was like a dumb move, but you know, he had like a double back virtue. Like, 1 minute I'm a real man, next minute I'm your dumb ass. So, you know, you be like, wow.
Okay.
You know,
have you ever been married?
No, I have never been married.
Okay.
I would love to be married. I would love to have a family. That's what I thought I would have had with him, but he says.
So, I mean, so this guy that's in the background, are you guys in a relationship?
Yes, we are. We like been in a relationship ever since we was in Alabama for maybe about a month and a half. So it's really going on 2 months now.
Okay. Where'd y'all meet?
We met in Alabama. Actually.
Well, I know, but was it like, both of y'all, did y'all meet like each other homeless type deal?
Yes. Okay. But I didn't like him. I did not like him at all. I didn't like nobody. What made you? Cause he wouldn't leave me alone. He kept following me. I'm gonna be your man. You gonna be my woman. I love you. I'm Mr. Abel. And I'm like.
So how long how long did it take for him being persistent till you gave in?
Oh God. I think it took about 4 weeks.
That's almost the whole time you say y'all.
Yeah, it took a long time.
Did y'all have sex?
Yeah, we did.
So how long did it take for y'all to have sex?
It took 4 weeks.
So he was just following you around for 4 weeks?
And talking to me and having conversation with me, holding me. He was playing music to me. He made me cry, and I never cried. He made me cry. They're talking about Mr. Abel. If you're not willing, if you're not able to put food on the table.
But he's Mr. Abel?
But he's Mr. Abel.
So, well, I mean...
I'm living a rough life, and it's hard for me to get rid of people.
So, I mean, does he know that you feel that way?
Yes, he does. And we have fought. I fought him when I first met him. I said, look, I done did everything in the name of Satan.
So, hold on. Why did y'all fight?
Because I didn't want nobody. I didn't want
No, but I mean, what was the circumstances? How did... I
wanted him to leave me alone.
And so what happened?
And he wouldn't leave me alone, so I beat him up.
So he just started hitting him?
Yeah, I beat him up.
And did he hit you back?
No, he didn't. He was very nice. He was very generous.
And so you was beating on him, and then what happened?
He kind of growed on me. He laughed at me. He thought that was funny. He said, I still like you. I was like, wow, I ain't never seen no dude like this that still like me. And I just whooped his butt.
So, I mean, when y'all have sex, is it protected or unprotected?
It's unprotected.
And I mean, how often do y'all do it?
It's like maybe about once every 2-3 weeks, something like that. Maybe
so, I mean,
twice.
some people are gonna ask, right? Like,
yeah, maybe once.
How do you even get horny? Like,
I don't
you know,
like
kind
sex.
of being out here.
I don't like sex. I don't even think about sex. That's the only way to overcome sex, you gotta let that up out your life. Because if you don't let it out your life, you're gonna always, everything you see, you're gonna be always a
Well, I mean, you
kiss
say you
your
don't like
legs.
sex, then why are you doing it with him?
Because he had grown on me a real greater deal.
So do you like having sex with him?
Sometimes, yeah, and sometimes no. Because I still have, like, flashbacks from my past history.
So, I mean, tell me about that. Like, so what was it that happened in the past that...
It's kind of a real bumped up story. I was kidnapped and raped by, I gotta figure out, I think it's about 3, 4, 5 different families from a different state. And they all stole my ID, they kidnapped my child, my unborn child. And, you know, I've been getting raped since I was a little girl. And
By who?
A lot of different people, women and men from a different state.
From a different state?
Yeah, Chicago, Illinois.
Are these people
Africa.
that you knew?
Yeah, these people I know, these people I be in their face every...
I mean, were they family or whatever?
It was not family, but they sleep with my family. You see what I'm
What
saying?
age were we talking about when this stuff was happening?
More like a year, maybe a year old, 6 months.
Well, I mean, so aside from the year and 6 months, do you have any memories of it happening when you was like a child or a teenager or anything like that?
I always do. You know, for me to grow up to know to be another parent from another state, to be her child from another state, and to be with her son from her state, it's a lot.
So I don't know what I'm confused right now. So.
It's kind of complicated.
Go ahead,
so
we got time.
If I'm from a different state, I gotta be the mother of the state. So my ID being stole, I'm gonna be that mama. I'm gonna be that mama child. And then they think because how I look, I'm supposed to sleep with the men in their family. You see what I'm saying? And I feel real like bumped up. Like.
So let me ask, I mean, do you have a history of any mental health diagnosis or anything like that?
Yeah, they call me cuckoo and crazy, but
What
I
age?
call it.
What age did that diagnosis occur?
When I was 12, but they knew the lady that kidnapped me was crazy.
So you say kidnapped, I mean, what age did that happen?
When I was born in this world. Yeah, she seen my family, like me and my family like a mixed race. And when they seen how we looked, cause like we was the only state that had things in it. But when I was born, and what I seen is like crazy. I ain't know people act like that for $1 in a life and a career, man.
So I mean, I'm just gonna ask, Miss. So, you know, the interview started out kind of normal, right? But it's kind of taking a left turn now, and it's becoming a little more apparent that you kind of have some mental health stuff going on.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of, you know,
I'm in PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder.
What's the PTSD from?
Being all my life.
So when was the last time you remembering that happening to you?
How about with the dude that's supposed to be the father of my kids? Wow,
he did that to you?
Me in my sleep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that happened to you.
Yeah. I've been a lot in my sleep. I don't have people tell me things I didn't even know I did, and didn't even know I was with them doing it. And I was looking at them, yeah, I remember you. No, you don't.
Well, let me ask.
Me.
So that was the last time you remember that ever happening to you?
Yeah.
So it never happened with this guy or anything like that?
Nah.
Okay.
He's a lot different. He's more, I'm going to get you what you need. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to stand by you. I'm telling you, we may be broke down and out now. You know, I feel like Justin Bieber right now. When you're homeless and you're broke, it'd be your shining armor and your knight and all that good stuff.
So that's what he's doing?
Yeah, I kind of feel like he's been there. I'm talking. We messed up right now. We messed up right now, but before all this happened, he was good.
So let me ask, I mean, the 7-year-old you say lives with his
grandmother,
the father's mom, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's the same dad for the 3-year-old, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why doesn't the 3-year-old live with him as well? Live with her as well?
Because I had custody of him. I got myself out when I got pregnant with him, I was living in a dope house where people smoke crack all the time. They give you free crack all the time. So, when I found out I was pregnant, I had got tired. I started living in the streets. I got tired of living at the dope house. I started living in the streets. And little did you know, the baby daddy was in the streets with me. Never came to see me, never came to say how I was doing, never came to tell me, you need to probably get in the shelter or go back to where you are. And I didn't want to go back to where I was because where I tried to go, where I was, he tried to sell me for weed.
How much did he try to sell you for?
For a $5 blunt.
He tried to sell you?
Me for a $5 blunt.
Well, I mean, let me ask, did you ever sell yourself for sex?
Hell no.
You never sold your body for money?
I never sell my body for sex. It is not worth it. A job is more worth it than selling your ass. It's not good.
I can dig that. All right. So, okay. All right, so do you think that it would be better for the 3-year-old to be in the same place with his brother?
No.
Why not?
Because I feel she's changing my son. I don't like the way she's training my son. She's training my son to downgrade low-class people and to look above them and talk about them like they ain't nothing. And it's a lot deeper than what she sees on the outside.
Well, let me ask, I mean, when was the last time you saw your son?
I don't never get to see my son.
When was the last time?
I don't like her. I don't never get to see my son.
So was it years ago?
Time, maybe about years ago. When I broke up with her son, she stopped letting me see my son.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel horrible. It makes me feel bumped up. Your son doing everything in the name of Satan, but he can get him. He can call you and get him ASAP. But when I call you to get him, you got all the excuses in the world why I can't get him.
What did she say? Why can't you?
We going out of town, or he going over somebody else's houses. But I got to give you $150 every month though. But I can't see my son though. You know what I'm saying? But he can call you. He do crack. He do heroin. He do pills. He do ice. He do all these drugs.
So your youngest son doesn't really know his brother.
He knows his brother because I used to keep him when I used to have my house in Woodlawn. Because I used to stay with his mama when I first had Jeremiah. When I first had Jeremiah, I went through DHR because I didn't have a place to stay. So I had to come live with his mother. I got out of his mother's house. I didn't like being there because that's just, I'm too grown to be with another person. I'm too grown to be with his mama. He don't even want to be with his mama. So
let me ask him, is he around the same age as you?
No, I am a lot older than him. He's like maybe about 32, 33, 34, somewhere up in there. I'm a lot older than him. Okay. He's a young dude that love pretty women and older women.
So I mean, with you being older though, and you know, with age comes wisdom, why did you make all these mistakes? Like, why did you choose to have kids with a crackhead and you you were the older one?
He wasn't a crackhead at first. He was a dope dealer, but you know, I guess he fell off.
Okay, even a dope dealer. Why?
Yeah.
Why choose? You're older woman. Why choose to have? Even if you choose to have sex with him, why choose to make a baby?
I mean, I probably didn't choose to want to make a baby with him. He probably chose to want to make a baby. I was trying to get away from him. These people are crazy, man. When you tell somebody something and they got ADHD and they like they can't hear you, and it's a whole different ball game. Then you got people stealing your ID that like other people. That's even worse.
I get it. All right. Well, listen, miss. If anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way they could do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
I have Cash App.
All right. What's your Cash App?
My Cash App is $Pumpkin to
spell pumpkin.
PUNKIN to let me see 22618.
Okay. All right, Pumpkin. Well, listen, we really appreciate you taking the time answering all of our questions, and we definitely wish you guys nothing but the best out here. All right?
Yeah, I'm planning to get the best. I'm finna go try to get in a shelter, and I'm finna try to find my school, American Intercontinental University, go and get my GBOA license, and
Make it
put my
happen.
baby in school.
Sound about right.
Go back and get my job at the Waffle House.
Hey, get them scattered and smothered. You feel me?
Know it.
All right, man. Let me get that all-star special real quick.
Oh, you know I like
you
that.
feel me?
I like that cheesesteak
Hey,
hash
man.
brown bowl with
All right, well,
everything.
listen, miss.
in
Like
it.
I say, we appreciate you, all right? You make sure I have a good one, all right?
You too.
All right,
You have a blessing.
You too.